Science Library Chapter 1, Technology Library. Lightning illuminates the rain curtain, passing through the transparent window, letting the library's bookshelf flash with lightning. The savage rain, suffocating, let this white season, a little more cool. Chinemo shuttles between the bookshelves of the library, and his eyes are constantly searching for books to be found on the bookshelf. At the corner, suddenly, Chinemo felt a pain in his nose. A faint scent of scented into the tip of the nose, let Chinemo slightly stunned. A few steps back from the nose, Chinmotsai saw the person who hit, a girl. Dark black hair, simple low ponytail, two dragons in front of the forehead, bangs, will blend gentle and elegant temperament. White t-shirts and ultra-short jeans, slender legs exposed to the air, combined with the faint wildness of the breath, people never tired of it. The eyes are bright and soft, the skin is fair, and I can't say that I am a beautiful girl, but it is definitely the most comfortable girl he has ever seen. Delicate and pretty. This is the first thought that Chinmo's mind came out. Realizing that he wanted to be partial, Chinemo returned to God, sorry. It doesn't matter. The girl licked her forehead and smiled at Chinemo and turned away. Looking at the girl's back, Chinmojan was hit by the sour nose, but the faint scent left on the tip of the nose, so that Chinemo could not help but emerge the girl's appearance. With his head in his head, Chinemo continued to look around the bookshelf. It didn't take long before he saw the girl just now. The two men smiled and passed by. The aroma of the nose was so that Chinemo couldn't help but look back at her back. Rumble. A huge thunderbolt fell over the library, accompanied by undulating screams. The girl was also shocked by the sudden loud noise, and the back was shocked. Chinemo also felt the heart twitch, and the neck shrank involuntarily. The screams just fell, and in the bookshelf next door they heard loud noises. Suddenly, Chinmo's hole narrowed, and he saw that the bookshelf on top of her head had slowly fallen. Be careful. Chinemo did not say anything, rushed up and rushed to the girl. Hey! Chinemo only felt that something had smashed his head, and the girl hugged the girl with his hands and fell out. He only felt the familiar scent of the nose. Someone knocked down the bookshelf. There are classmates who are suppressed and come to help. Call the ambulance. A pain in the head was uploaded, which made Chinmo's consciousness a bit embarrassing. Before he lost consciousness, he still heard the noisy voice coming from the library. I don't know how long it took. Chinmotsai gradually recovered consciousness. Just looking up, I found a golden gate that was hundreds of meters high. All kinds of incomprehensible words on the gate, the symbols fill the entire door, thick and simple. Falling in the eyes of Chinemo, it seems very strange. Was it not caught in the bookshelf? What is this? Ghost door off. A series of questions filled his head, and Chinemo stayed at the door. When the hand touched the door, it suddenly opened, and the white light shone from the inside, drowning him in the endless light. The radiance scatter, Chinemo raised his head. Centered on him, the shelves of hundreds of meters high are arranged in layers, and you can't see the end. On the bookshelf, books of different thicknesses are neatly arranged and vast. Looking at the tall bookshelf, Chinmo's eyes are blank, like standing in the middle of a huge library, lost ants. What is this? Is this the Hell Library or the Paradise Library? Is it in the library that was killed in the library? Will it appear in the library of heaven? Chinemo thought with enthusiasm, and when he returned to God, he set his sights on a huge library. Even the library of the giants is not so big. Anyone there? Chinemo whispered, but did not receive any response. Someone. Strong courage, Chinemo shouted at the library. Someone. Man. No one responded, only the echo that drifted away. His eyes fell in the middle of the library. In the middle is an ordinary mahogany table with a book on it. The book cover is dark red, simple, heavy, and under close look, the dense formulas, symbols, and letter combinations are arranged to form complex dark lines. There are 5 hot stamps on the book cover, the Science and Technology Library. Science and Technology Library. Chinemo hesitated, and opened the pages of the book, a blank. Oh. Chinmogang wants to continue to explore. A light curtain hangs from the sky above the library, and a figure appears in the open space behind him. An old man, wearing a gray robe, his hair gray, his face with wrinkles, his eyes full of wise light, smiling, kind, like the grandfather of his neighbor. Old man, hello, what is this? Chenemo hesitated and asked, the old man, does not look like a bad person. Isn't that written above? Lucky child. The old man spoke and smiled at Chenemo, Technology Library. Chenemo pointed to the cover of the book. Yes, there are countless civilized technologies here, called the Science and Technology Library. The old man looked at the endless bookshelves to the rear. Chenemo hesitated to go to the bookshelf, and after seeing the books on the bookshelf, his eyes flashed incredible. Quantum portal, super alloy, gene editing and artificial man, artificial intelligence, ultradimensional mathematics, anti-substance extraction technology, God particle stabilization and use technology, human potential development drugs, superpower awakening method and technology. Bookshelf up to 100 meters, all of which are various technical books. Covers all high-tech fields such as physics, chemistry, biology, computing, mathematics, information, medicine, and military. Inside, every book is a technology. Any technology he sees, put it into reality, can definitely be both fame and fortune, endless wealth, at your fingertips. How much technology is there in this technology library? Chenemo turned to look at the depths of the library that could not be seen at the end, and his heart was shocked. After returning to God, Chenemo reached out to take the book and grabbed the empty hand. Only then did he find that these bookshelves did not seem to be in his time and space and could not be touched. I caught a few more times, or I caught the air. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't touch all the bookshelves and could only pass through it. Old man, am I dreaming? Why can't I get these books? Chenemo smiled, this is a golden mountain in front of him, and he can only watch, cannot take. The farthest distance in the world is no more than this. Children, not dreaming. The old man pointed to the dark red book on the table, when you write your name on it, you will become the new owner of the technology library. Chenemo walked back to the table, hesitated for a few seconds, picked up the black feather pen next to the book, and wrote his name on the title page. Just wrote the name, the hand flashed a trace of golden light, and then dimmed. Chenemo. A loud voice rang out over the library, and Chenemo couldn't help but look up, only to find that there was nothing left. Don't look for it, this is the library's identity. The old man saw Chenmo's appearance and smiled, from now on, you are the owner of the library. The words of the old man made Chenmo's face smile. He found that there might be an adventure. Old man, what should I call you? Chenemo asked. I am the guardian of the technology library. I don't have a name. You can call me an administrator, or you can call me whatever you want. The old man looked at Chenemo, and the more he looked, the more satisfied he was. That's how it works. You are the administrator here. I am sure to read the books. The book is like Shu. I want you to be old. I didn't expect that I also had a name. The old man smiled heartily, let's follow you. Shu Lao, I am now the owner of the library, can I get the book? Chenemo could not wait to go to the bookshelf. You try. Shu Old laughed. Chenmo's hand caught on the shelf and his face became depressed, but he still couldn't get it. Why can't I get these books? The authority is not enough. Shu Lao shook his head, you just have a library, the authority is just, trainee, high-level technology, you can't get it. Low-level can take. Chenemo immediately seized the focus. Yes, your authority is, trainee. Every month, you can only pick a book at random, at the apprentice level. This is the beginning, you are free to choose one. What are the trainee levels? In the book, look at it yourself. Shu Lao pointed to the dark red book on the table. Science Library Chapter 2, Low-Level Human Potential Development Technology, New Book for Collection, for Recommendation. Chenemo put his gaze on the dark red book on the table and walked over and gently opened it. Really? The dark red book has been able to open the second page, and the book can't be opened before the signature. Seeing the record on the book, Chenmo's eyes condensed. Every page has a brief introduction to the technology, and it seems that Chen is dazzled. Computer virus killer code, field, computer, permission level, trainee, product introduction, kill most computer viruses, malicious code, malicious programs. Soft ceramic material formulation and technology, field, chemistry, physics, privilege level, trainee, product introduction, lightweight, non-conductive, high-temperature resistant, ceramic material with certain ductility, suitable for ordinary car casing, mobile phone casing, computer casing weight. American formula, field, biology, chemistry, authority level, trainee, product introduction, topical, whitening skin, suitable for cosmetics, pregnant women available, not edible. Low-level lithium battery technology, field, physical, chemical, authority level, trainee, product introduction, an ordinary lithium-ion rechargeable battery. A variety of technologies, involving various fields, only the level of authority, are trainees, and do not see the technology of higher authority. Even so, it is enough to shock. The above technology is released enough to renovate the world's technology and technology. Seeing so many technologies, Chen Mo is entangled, which one to choose. Any kind of here can bring him a lot of wealth. There are too many dishes, but I don't know which one to eat. Xu Lao, do you have any suggestions? Chen Mo looked at Xu Lao. Let me give you advice. Xu Lao said, a lot of technology here can bring you wealth. Yes, a lot of wealth. Chen Mo nodded. Do you think that money is important or important? Xu Old asked again. Body. Chen Mo did not hesitate to answer. There is more money, no healthy body, everything is over the eyes. Everyone knows this truth. Xu Old, you won't ask me not to choose, let me go out for a workout. Ha ha ha, you talk a little bit. Xu Lao laughed. I asked this question, come up with a technology and release it to the market, such as this lithium battery technology, you have not studied it. Suddenly put go out, others ask you how the technology came, what do you say? Stealing. Xu Old's words, let Chen Mo nodded slightly. There are people who are sinister. If you take the technology out, others will block it and steal it. Conversely, if you steal technology, what do you do? You are an ordinary person, you have no right to be powerless, can you keep it? Said. No. Chen Mo shook his head. He really didn't doubt Xu Lao's words. Sometimes life is more than TV dramas. So, keep a low profile, and build a thin hair. Xu Laoyu said with a heavy heart, is this supposed to be your national culture? What should I do? How do I choose? Chen Mo asked. Two methods, first, you choose a technology that can make money, don't let go in a short time, learn the technology in this area, precipitate it for a while, then find a chance to release it. Second, you choose one yourself now. Available technology. Which can be used? Chen Mo turned over the book, his face was depressed, too much technology, many similar, he did not know which one is best. It's good for the body. Xu Old mysteriously said, looking at the technology of biological science, there is this low-level human potential development technology. Following the guidance of Xu Lao, Chen Mo quickly turned to the catalog of taxonomy and found the technology that Xu Lao said. Low-level human potential development technology, field, biology, authority level, trainee, product introduction, develop the basic potential of the human body, improve human vitality, immunity, strength, agility, tolerance, toughness. The development of human potential, do not need to say it. The most advanced version of this technology, when the most powerful, can develop the body's greatest potential, with superpower. The most powerful people, can destroy the planet, and even more horror, Xu said. Oh. Chen Mo's eyes were round and he was shocked by Xu's words, isn't that a little different? No difference, shuttle space, immortality, flying in the sky, moving mountains and reclamation. These myths and legends, science is achievable. Xu Lao looked at the deepest part of the library and looked deep. The supreme realm of science is theology. Is there any technology in the technology library? Chen Mo swept the bookshelf with his eyes in his eyes. These things are almost dreams of life, otherwise history will not have so many myths. Mythology is the human desire for immortality and strength. Yes. Shu Old nodded. If you want to take it, you must have the highest authority of the technology library. But you don't have to think about it for a while, I just draw a cake for you. Those things are not only 100,000 miles away from you. Think about your current situation. Low-level human potential development technology, this is what you can use right now. Chen Mo thought about it. As Xu Lao said, this potential development technology is indeed the book he is most likely to come in handy. Develop your physical potential, learn a little martial arts, and don't have to be in the library, the consequences of being stunned by bookshelves. Heroes save the United States, but not every time as lucky as this time. Just choose it. Is it okay? Xu Lao said. Determining, the body is fundamental. Chen Mo said, the technology to make money sooner or later, not rushing for a while. Xu Lao nodded with satisfaction, his palms were 5 fingers, and a light fell from the library. A book appeared in his hand. The book exudes a shimmer, a bit like a holographic projection. Xu Lao's book in his hand was gently photographed on Chen Mo's head. Chen Mo's head was shocked, and a huge amount of information appeared in his mind, engraved in memory. After this time, do I have to take technology next month? Chen Mo asked while thinking about the human potential development technology. Not necessarily. You go out to study science and engineering books, technology. Every 100 books, you can get a technology. Until you see 1,000 copies, you can rise to the next level of authority. Xu Lao said. 1,000. Chen Mo almost blew a blood out. What is the concept of 1,000 science and engineering books? Ordinary people can't see 200 books for a lifetime. 1,000 copies. Isn't this terrible? Is it difficult to upgrade the conditions? It's not as hard as you think. Your current head is different from ordinary people. It's a super brain. The science and technology library is not for you to sit on the mountain. You have to keep learning and you have higher authority. The old saying goes. Understood. Chen Mahjong focused on the head. Well, you have been in a coma for a while, you should go out. For a long time in a coma, it is not good for your body. Xu Lao said, if you come in later, open the book, I will come out. How come out? Chen Mo looked around and did not see the exit. Close the book. Xu Lao pointed to the dark red book. Chen Mo reached out and closed the dark red book, and Xu Lao's body slowly disappeared. In the center of the library, in front of the table, a 3-meter-high door with golden light emerged. A black vortex is suspended in the middle of the light door, and the blue light of the stars rotates. It is a bit like a space-time portal in a science fiction movie. Chen Mo walks to the light door and looks back at the library and steps into the golden door. Science Library Chapter 3, Small Fishing. Binhai People's Hospital. Chen Mo was shocked and opened his eyes in the bed, his eyes stunned. Everything just was a dream. Chen Mo felt a slight pain in his head. He found that there seemed to be a memory in his mind, which is the information of low-level human potential development technology. Is the science library real? Chen Moi closed his eyes again. The 100-meter-high gate appeared again in front of him, white light drowned him, and Chen Mo appeared in the familiar library. Cannot see the end of the bookshelf, Shushan Shuhai. Not dreaming. Exiting from the technology library, Chen Mo's face was filled with joy. The smell of disinfectant water was introduced into the tip of the nose, allowing Chen Mo to return to God and turn his head to look around. This is the ward, the head still has a bit of pain, touched and found a drum kit. After pressing it, it hurts to let Chen Mo breathe. Suddenly, Chen Mo felt that the right hand sent a heavy feeling. Looking at the arm, I found a girl who was kneeling on his arm and slept. The girl in the library? Chen Mo recognized it at a glance, that is, he was in the library and rushed to the girl who was holding it. He didn't move, for fear of awakening the girl, let her kneel on it. Listening to the girl's figure, at this moment, his long-closed heart appeared a little swaying. After a while, Chen Mo did feel the movement of his arm. Looking at the arm, I just saw the girl looked up at him. You are awake. The girl hurriedly let go of Chen Mo's arm and his face was shy. Yeah. Chen Mo smiled and nodded. How long have I been in a coma? Fast 3 days, the doctor said that you have a slight concussion, it is no big problem. Thank you for saving me in the library. No need to. Chen Mo glanced at the girl's tired face and felt a little distressed. Have you been here to take care of me for the past 3 days? Yeah. The girl nodded shyly. Your teacher has seen you. The doctor said that you are not serious. I wake up after a while, so I didn't inform your family, lest they worry. Let me take care of you. Thank you. Chen Mo's eyes softened. This is what it should be, you have saved me once. The girl said, my name is He Xiaoyu, the fisherman's fishing, you can call me a small fish. My name is Chen Mo, silent silence. The two men were opposite each other, and the little fisherman's face became more rosy and he was at a loss for a moment. Oh. The voice of the stomach protested to break the subtle atmosphere, and the little fisherman smiled. Chen Mo's face turned red and a little embarrassed. You have been playing glucose for the past 2 days, have not eaten anything, I will buy some food for you. Xiaoyu got up and left. Chen Mo looked at the disappointing stomach, hated the iron and did not become steel, and later called you hungry. Not long after, Xiaoyu came back with a bag. You just woke up, you shouldn't eat something too greasy, I will buy you a bowl of porridge. If it is not enough, I will buy it again. Thank you. Chen Mo reached out and tried to pick it up, only to find that the left hand was still inserted with a hanging needle. I will feed you. Xiaoyu picked up the spoon and put a spoonful of spoon on Chen Mutu. The gentle movement makes people feel like a girlfriend is taking care of a boyfriend. Chen Maxin was happy, but I did not expect this treatment. Xiaoyu gave a spoonful of spoonfuls of porridge, and Chen Mo saw the eyes of the buddies who had envied the next door, and his heart was dark. The eyes of the two men came together from time to time, and the face of Xiaoyu was blushing. This is the first time to take care of a person of the opposite sex, and it is still 3 days in a row. Rubbing the body, the massage is her own hands, so it will be so tired. The nurses thought they were related. But Chen Mo saved her, and her family did not come, she could only take care of her. Thinking of these 3 days, Chen Mo's body touched it all over, and Xiaoyu would not dare to look directly at his gaze. After feeding Chen Mo to eat the porridge, Xiaoyu took out a stack of red-hair grandfather from the bag and handed it to him. The thing in the library is that a girl was scared by thunder and accidentally knocked down the bookshelf. The girl came to be modest, this is the medical bill he paid for you, 10,000. Okay, let's put it. You are so tired, go back to rest first. Chen Mo looked at Xiaoyu's tired eyes and felt a little distressed. Xiaoyu looked at Chen Mo, didn't know what he was thinking. After a while, he nodded and stood up with a bag. Are you coming in the afternoon? Well, the little fish caught in the footsteps, the ears were a little rosy, and finally slammed and stalked away. Seeing the back of Xiaoyu's departure, Chen Mo lost his heart, and the smile of his mouth floated, and he could not wait to jump from the bed. Judging from the reaction of Xiaoyu, he knew that there was a chance. For a long time, there was no feeling of heart, and Xiaoyu made him feel this way. The hero saves the beauty, and also gets the goodwill of the beauty. The old bridge is happening to him. After the happy, Chen Mo lay back on the bed, thinking about the development of the human potential. In the afternoon, Xiaoyu arrived as scheduled. Chen Mo has also recovered, check the body again, and make sure that there is no problem before leaving the hospital. Let's go have a meal. I haven't eaten for 3 days, so I have to reward myself. Chen Mo said, touching his stomach. I invite you, you saved me, it is a small reciprocation. Xiaoyu stood next to Chen Mo, slightly restrained, and remembered the scene of taking care of Chen Mo these days, she felt guilty. No, I invite you, thank you for your 3-day care. Chen Mo took out the money at noon, the girl's compensation is a bit more. Go back and you will return the money to her. She is also a student, all of them are flower family. Money, since it is an accident, it is enough to give medical expenses. Chen Mo handed the rest of the money to Xiaoyu. Xiao Yu looked up at Chen Mo, took the money in his hands, looked at his eyes, and changed a little. After a simple meal, Chen Mo asked Xiao Yu to watch a movie. Chen Mo feels that the distance between the two is slowly drawing invisibly. After sending Xiao Yu back to the dormitory, Chen Mo went back to the dormitory alone. I am very lucky today. I got a technology library and met a nice girl. He felt that his future was bright. After returning to the dormitory, I found that the wolves in the dormitory did not come back and lay directly on the bed. Not long after lying down, the mobile phone WeChat rang. The information of Xiao Yu, Chen Mo can't wait to open. He feels that his life, from today, has become wonderful. The money has been returned to the girl. She told me to say sorry to you. Nothing, maybe I should thank her and make my life more exciting. Chen Mo immediately replied, is it free tomorrow? Tomorrow's weekend. I went to the library and took a 3-day leave to replenish my homework. Exactly, I also want to go to the library, let's go together. Chen Mo smiled, but he really wanted to go. Xu Lao said that studying science and engineering books and technology, 100 books, can take a technology. He must learn and must go up in order to get higher privileges. Okay, I am going at 8 in the morning. You just left the hospital today and have a rest early. In the female dormitory, Xiao Yu put down the mobile phone, his eyes were shy, and his mouth was still hung with joy. Suddenly, the mobile phone in his hand was taken away, and a face with a smirk reached out to the small fisherman. Small fish, your eyes contain spring water, your face is full of peaches. Leave 3 days to take care of your hero, is there a good thing? No, no. No. Xiao Yu has some guilty conscience, you return the phone to me. Hey, you are guilty. The girl smiled, the hero saves the bridge, but it is very classic. Let me see your message. Li Ruoxuan, you will return the phone to me. Xiao Yu immediately grabbed the girl and desperately grabbed the phone. I should thank her and make my life more exciting. At 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, the library, you have to rest early. The best cabbage in our family is going to be arched. Ah, if you die, please return the phone to me. In a female dormitory of Binhai University, there was a lot of noise. Science Library Chapter 4, Super Brain. New book, seeking collection, seeking recommendation. Chen Wei, a male dormitory in Binhai University, dropped his mobile phone and smiled on his face. Today will be the luckiest day of his life. After losing the phone, Chen Mo picked up a high book and opened it. Suddenly, his eyes condensed. In the book, the obscure formula quickly became clear in his head. After 10 pages, he still clearly remembers the formula, theorem, and even the problem-solving process of each page. What happened? Never forget. Chen Mo suddenly remembered the words of Xu Lao, his current head, unlike ordinary people, is already a super brain. Chen Mo quickly turned back to the first page of the book and couldn't wait to look down. He read books very quickly, almost 10 lines, and read a page in less than half a minute. The above formulas, theorems, and various explanations and analyses are all engraved in his mind. Even if I close the book, it is still very clear. Chen Mo twisted his arm and it hurt, not a dream. In my heart, Chen Mo continued to read the book. He is very fast, not half an hour, has seen half of the book. Leibniz formula, Lagrangian median theorem, Cauchy mean value theorem, Gaussian formula. Even if you only look at it once, the formulas, theorems, and the guidelines of the book are all clear. Not only that, but the variants of those formulas can quickly come to mind. There has never been a moment, and it is so simple to learn high numbers. Chen Mo took the color and continued to look. An hour later, Chen Mo turned to the last page and closed the book. The dense formula theorem flashed through his mind, and he even remembered which page the formula was on. Chen Mo is ecstatic. The mathematics that once made him suffer is not so difficult to understand at this time. At this point he found that learning did not seem so difficult. Putting the higher mathematics well, Chen Mo picks up the ordinary physics next to him and continues to struggle. Chen Mo seems to open the desire to learn. The door of hope, immersed in learning cannot extricate themselves. When Chen Mo read the book, several people came in from outside the dormitory. After seeing Chen Mo, a few people were weird, and when he saw him reading a book, his face was wonderful. "Is this kid stupid by the bookshelf?" said a fat man headed. "I look like," said Lu De, who was wearing glasses next to him. The other 3 people also nodded. The 5 people whispered and pulled Chen Mo out of the book. After seeing the fat man and others, they closed the book. "When is it coming back?" The fat man said, "I just heard that a beautiful woman is taking care of you, and you are not awake. We have no intention to bother you. Is it okay?" "It's okay." Chen Mo was warm. "Chen Mo, what book are you reading?" Tall and thin, looks like a bamboo raft, just walked to him, and after seeing the physics in his hands, his face was strange. "Chen Mo, are you irritated?" "The bamboo raft is right, don't scream, say it, the old man guides you, squats in your heart and is not good for your health." The youngest boy in the dormitory said. "His name is Puyuan, and he is called Puyuan Master." "Wool, what can I do?" "You still have to enlighten your female donor. Ha 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 ha. A few people burst into laughter and were able to say this, indicating that Chen Mo is really fine. "Chen Mo, I heard that the girl you saved, took care of you for 3 days. Is such a good girl, did you take it?" The fat man slammed into Chen Mo's ear with a look of gossip on his face. Thinking of the appearance of a small fisherman, Chen Mo's mouth with a smile. "Well, I understand." The fat man took a slap in the face of Chen Mo's shoulder and smiled and sat back to his position. "Comrades, in order to celebrate the return of the heroes of our dormitory, let's open a black one. Don't you have a night out? The next time I call the chicken, we have just got out of the waves and can't eat it. How do I hear it a bit strange?" 5 people turned on the computer to log in the game, and Chen Mo continued to focus on the book. The next day, Chen Mo got up and dragged his body to get up. When he finished washing, he went to the library. "I was too fascinated to read the book last night, and I read the course majored in the university. I ended up sleeping at 2 o'clock. Today is the first date with Xiaoyu. If you don't go to sleep, I'm afraid it's gone." When I came to the library, Chen Mo looked at the shelf where the accident happened. It was cleaned up and restored. Pick up a book of Chinese medicine illustrations and pharmacological analysis on the shelf and go to the study area. In the morning of the library on the weekend, there are not too many people, and more people are sleeping late. Looking around in the self-study area for a week, Chen Mo will choose a corner to sit down and enter the learning state. Not long after, Chen Mo felt that there was movement around him. When he turned around, Xiaoyu had already sat down beside him. The two did not agree on which specific floor, but did not expect to tacitly choose the first layer of this encounter. "Is there any discomfort in your body?" Xiaoyu glanced at him. "No." Chen Mo shook his head slightly. "Do you study medicine?" Xiaoyu refers to several books on Chinese medicine and pharmacological analysis. "When you are in a whim, you want to know." Chen Mo's answer let Xiaoyu's gaze blink, suddenly think of something. His face is reddish, focus on the book. Inside the library, I fell into silence again. Chen Mo's attention is on the books, and his eyes are focused. The same kind of drug illustrations crossed in his mind, and he was completely in his mind about the introduction and role of drugs. The reason for his view of the Chinese medicine illustration is very simple. It is necessary to clarify the types of drugs and the potential development technology. In order to use the drug, the name of the drug must be clarified, because the above description of the technology is different from the name here. He has the potential to develop technology and want to mobilize potential. But he currently has no technology and instruments, and it is impossible to extract the pharmacy, only through the most primitive method. Chen Mo's reading speed is also accelerating, 10 seconds a page, but the name and efficacy of the drug, he is in mind. In the dead library, except for the slight human language from outside, only he turned the book. Not long after, Chen Mo felt that the atmosphere was a bit wrong. He looked up and saw that there was a girl opposite him. The girl is wearing a short skirt and her skin is fair. It is a big beauty, but she lacks the delicate atmosphere of Xiaoyu. Xiaoyu's face was ruddy at this time, and he looked at the girl and looked nervous. Hello, my name is Li Ruojuan, Xiao Yu's girlfriend. Li Ruoxi smiled and extended his hand to Chen Mo. Hello, my name is Chen Mo. After gently shaking hands, Li Ruoxuan took back his hand and stared at him with a gaze. You just look like, you don't like learning, you want to chase our little fish? Sweat. Chen Mo was sweating and didn't expect this girl to be so straightforward. Don't talk about it, you can still be friends. Moreover, he is really learning. You don't answer, I will be your default. Li Ruoyan's eyes bent into a crescent shape. Given the last time you killed and saved a small fisherman, I am off, I passed you. Below I tell you some important information, don't listen. Chen Mo looked at Xiao Yu and found that her face was red and pretending to read the book without incident, but she did not know what she was looking at. Yes. Chen Mo turned back and clicked. Our family is a small fisherman, nicknamed a kitten. Like a kitten, because the character is like a kitten, when it is quiet, it is gentle and well-behaved, sometimes a little wild. The kitten also has a potential character, it will be spoiled, I have never seen it. It depends on whether you have this blessing. Li Ruoxuan said with deep meaning. Next to the small fish, his face from the roots of the red to the neck, want to stop Li Ruoxuan, but here is the library, dare not speak loudly. Li Ruoxi also pretended not to see, let her helpless. The nickname kitten naturally likes to eat fish. It is also a fisherwoman. She grew up on the beach and likes the sea blue. She is 165, weighs 49, and has measurements and legs. I want to know. Come over, I will tell you quietly. Li Ruoxuan smiled badly and pointed his finger at Chen Mo's Science Library Chapter 5, Potential Development, New Book, for recommendation, for collection. Li Ruojuan just wanted to speak, Xiao Yu did not know when, she was already sitting next to her. At this time, the small fish, I can't wait to find a place to sow down. When I came across a pit of honey, I sold her without giving any benefit. Is this worry that she doesn't want it? I went to the toilet with Ruo. Xiao Yu did not dare to look directly at Chen Mo, and hardly took Li Ruoxuan away from the study area. Small fishing, how do I feel that you want to kill people? He was caught by Xiao Yu. Li Ruoxi's heart was hairy, and looked at Chen Mo. The answer just now, rely on your own exploration, otherwise someone will kill me, remember, I am alone. Chen Mo did not expect that it would make such a noise. However, Li Ruoxuan said this, he has a preliminary understanding of Xiao Yu. Sorting out the mood, Chen Mo continued to look at the book in his hand. Now he is the best of all, only the high reading style. Not long after, Xiao Yu returned to his seat alone, and his face was a little rosy. If you don't talk about her, I don't mind. She is very good, but unfortunately the last information did not tell me. As soon as this was said, Xiao Yu had not retreated from the ruddy, and instantly appeared, red to the ear, and turned to read. Chen Mo smiled and looked at the book. One morning, I read 10 books on drug illustrations and pharmacological analysis. This victory is good, plus 6 professional books that I saw last night, already 16 books. Xu Lao said that by studying 100 science and engineering books, you can take a technology. For him, it is definitely a big temptation. He also has all the drugs needed to develop technology. After dinner, Chen Mo sent a small fishing back to the dormitory. He did not return to the dormitory, but left the school. I got the low-level human potential development technology, not to look at it. There are methods for developing human potential, prescriptions and methods of use. It sounds a bit sinister. However, the development of potential cannot be done in the dormitory, you must rent a house outside the school to carry out, otherwise it will expose a lot of things. Near the University of Binhai, renting is really expensive, 1 room, 1 living room and 1 bathroom, 1,300 a month. However, there is a little advantage. Here is the idle room of someone else's home. The furniture is complete and there is a bathtub in the bathroom to facilitate his medicinal bath. After paying 2 months of rent and deposit, I saw a little deposit in the bank information, and Chen Mo looked awkward. In the future, you must find ways to make money, otherwise you will be sorry for the powerful head in technology library. After the room was cleaned up, Chen Mo went to the nearby Chinese medicine market to buy the Chinese medicine he needed. The rent made him feel bad, and the medicinal herbs made him hurt once again. The already poor balance became even more tragic. Low-level human potential development, if it is a medicament, only 1 dose of medicine is needed. But the ordinary medicated bath needs 3 times. Now it is just the beginning, there are not many drugs required, and it is also a common medicine, otherwise he really can't find enough medicine. The purchased medicinal materials have 2 bags, 32 kinds of drugs, and more than 10 kilograms, all of which are ground into powder according to the quantity and requirements recorded. More than 10 kilograms of powder cost more than 1,500, which is why he is distressed. Go back to the rental house and, according to the requirements, boil some of the medicine and put another part into the bathtub and add hot water. Come back and forth for more than an hour before preparing the soup. Looking at the black oil, braving the steam of the medicinal soup, Chenemo swallowing water, like a live swallow a small strong. This medicine soup looked a little scary. If it wasn't made in the technology library, he really didn't know what the ghosts were. After taking off the clothes in 3 or 2 times, Chenemo hesitated and stepped into the bathtub. Hiss. The hot medicinal soup made his eyes round, sucked in a cold air, and almost jumped from the inside. According to the records, these medicines are refined to refine a substance that activates the body's potential and form a medicine. Instruments that do not extract matter can only be sinned. What is this ghost science? With a strong heat, Chenemo quickly plunged into the bathtub. His skin was burnt red, and the sweat on his forehead was mixed into a medicinal soup. It didn't take long for the huge tiredness to come and let him fall asleep on the bathtub. I don't know how long it took, Chenemo regained consciousness. The huge science and technology library door is in front of you. Chenemo did not hesitate to push the door. Shu Lao, get out of the game, is it effective? After Chenemo saw Shu Lao, he looked bitter. I feel like falling into a hot sewage pool. Of course, there is a good medicine, it is not a shower gel. Is it still comfortable and fragrant? Shu Lao said, the heat makes your pores relax, accelerating the skin to absorb the substances that stimulate the potential. It can also promote blood circulation. It is transported to the whole body to increase the efficacy. It seems to be very reasonable. Chenemo scratched his head, after waking up, is there a change? Now it's done, you can see the effect when you go out. Shu Lao said, next, you need to use equipment to adapt to your strength, you can do as required. Understood. Chatting with Shu Lao, Chen Matsai closed the book and left the science and technology library. After entering the light door, Chenemo, who was lying in the bathtub, slowly opened his eyes. A strong medicinal taste penetrates into the nostrils, allowing him to wake up instantly. Sit up from the bathtub and find that the soup is still black, but the heat has disappeared. After washing the body's residual medicine with water, Chenemo will change his body. Before going to the mirror, Chenmo's eyes flashed incredible. The body grows a little longer, there are no explosive muscles on the body, the lines are even and smooth, and it looks very comfortable. Tightening the body, the muscles hidden under the skin, burst out quickly, full of power and beauty. At this time, Chenemo felt that the power that could not be completed was not enough. According to the book, he still had to train and learn to control and adapt to these forces. It's getting handsome again. Put on the clothes, Chenemo touched the chin in the mirror, with a narcissistic smile on his lips. After cleaning the bathroom, Chenemo left the rental house. A membership card was set up in the gym near the school. After the meal, I rushed to the library. On the weekend night, there are a lot of people in the library. Chenemo selected a few books on computer science and went to the self-study area, sitting down next to Xiaoyu. Feeling the people around me, Xiaoyu turned his head and saw Chenemo, his eyes lit up slightly. She found that Chenemo seems to be different. Do you feel that I am getting handsome? Chenemo lowered his voice and said to the little fisherman. Upon hearing this sentence, Xiaoyu smiled softly, ignored his narcissism and continued to turn his head to study. When Xiaoyu laughed, Chenemo felt that the eyes of envy and hate around him fell on him. This is not the place to talk, Chenemo will focus on the computer programming language. Money is almost the same, he must find a way to make money. Having a strong brain and learning things is simpler and faster than others, this is his advantage. In this era, the fastest place to make money is the internet, but the premise is to master computer technology. Science Library Chapter 6, Confession and Training. The pages of the book have been turned over, and the knowledge of computer language programming has emerged rapidly in his mind. He is like a greedy sponge, quickly absorbing computer knowledge and technology. After reading 100 books in this period, then take a software technology from the technology library to make money. Unconsciously, it has already reached the time when the library is closed. Around the 4 people are almost running out, leaving only a few people. Chen Mo put the book back to its original position and left the library with a small fisherman. Tomorrow is coming. Tomorrow, Monday, I have to go to class. Tomorrow evening, I should go, I am a test accountant. Xiao Yu looked at his eyes a little weird. Do you feel that I am getting handsome? Seeing Xiao Yu's gaze, Chen Mo said. Xiao Yu smiled. Just in the library, she felt the change of Chen Mo, and she dared not ask in the library. Looking closely now, it does vary a lot. It feels different from noon today. Xiao Yu nodded. Is there a special sense of security when I walk around me? Xiao Yu smiles like a flower, but I really feel this way. Chen Mo, now, looks a bit more confident than at noon, and has a lot of breath. Let's go, I will send you back. Chen Mo picked up the little fisher's hand and felt her hand tremble. After a slight struggle, he defaulted his movements. The ruddy flush of the face, with a shy smile, is not so obvious in the night. After a while, Xiao Yu's face flashed a bit of pain, and looked down at Chen Mo's grasp of her palm, and her body tightened. Chen Mo bowed his head and found the small fisherman's strangeness. What's wrong? Uncomfortable? My hand hurts. Xiao Yu pointed to the hand held by Chen Mo. The strength of the palm made her a bit too much to eat. What? Chen Mo reacted and suddenly let go. This afternoon, the development of the potential, the body's strength is not completely controlled, plus just arrived at the unconscious, a little more vigorous. Sorry, I was a little nervous, too hard, I will help you to see. Chen Mo grabbed the hand of Xiao Yu, this time the movement is as slow as possible, as light as possible. Under the light, Chen Mo could see that there were several dark red fingerprints on the back of the white hand. Looking at Chen Mo gently licking the back of her hand, for fear of hurting her appearance, the small fishing face flushed, quickly spread to the roots of the ear. It should be bruised, sorry. Chen Mo smiled and apologized. The 2 men walked side by side to the dormitory area. Chen Mo's heart was hugely depressed, and good things made him screw up. On the way, he was thinking, tomorrow must start to learn to control the power of the body, or else in the future may cause other things. When he thought about how to control the power of the body, he suddenly felt soft in the palm of his hand. Turning his head, he saw Xiao Yu bow his head and took his hand. I was sorry. Chen Mo gently grabbed her hand, be my girlfriend. Yeah. Xiao Yu nodded slightly, and the body leaned against Chen Mo wandering on the campus's school road until the dormitory closes quickly, and then sends a small fishing back. He also left at a brisk pace. Binhai is a second-tier city in China. There is no excessive prosperity in Donghai City, but the environment is very good. The morning of the campus is refreshing and quiet, and the city's embarrassment is lost. On the avenue of the university, the elderly in the morning exercise, the teachers and students in the morning run, declared the quietness of the morning. On the road is a sanitation worker who cleans the leaves without hesitation. Chen Mo rode his bicycle, walked along the university road, left the campus, and stopped in front of the gym not far from the school. He has already carried out preliminary development of human potential, so he dare not have too much action. Simple adaptation, doing things normally, and holding the hand of Xiao Yu last night, let him make trouble. If you fight and don't learn to control your own strength, he is afraid that he will miss his hand and kill him. The development of human potential, the pharmacy is to activate the body's strength, the equipment is the power to quickly adapt to the body, so that the power is perfectly used. Just walked into the gym, a male fitness instructor wearing a sports vest and full of explosive muscles came towards him. Hello, my name is Dong Li, and I am a professional coach here. Dong Li and he greeted him. The brothers are a little bit pregnant, come for the first time. This area is aerobic equipment, here is the strength equipment. There is physical bodybuilding next to it. Which part of the body do you want to exercise? I can give you advice or develop an exercise plan. Which part can exercise? Chen Mo said. Dong Li was slightly horrified, and he immediately smiled. He didn't expect to get such an answer, and he didn't know how to answer it. I have recently become more energetic and want to adapt. Chen Mo said, where is the comprehensive training device? On the other side. Dong Li pointed to the edge of the gym, follow me. When the two walked to the comprehensive training device, Dong Li said, this is a big bird, a butterfly arm, a gantry, a high lever. You are busy first, I will come by myself. Chen Mo said. Okay, call me if something happens. After Dong Li left, Chen Mo adjusted the weight to the maximum, sitting on the trainer and holding the armrests with open arms. I have never been exposed to fitness before. I saw him for the first time and made him a little excited. The maximum weight is 256 pounds, which makes him eager to try. He is like trying, how strong the strength is after the potential is developed. 1, 2, 3, Chen Mo slowly pushes the butterfly arm, the body is tight, and the muscles pop out on him, full of power and beauty. Doing 10, Chen Motsai stopped, and his forehead slightly sweated. He feels that he can do more, but he does not come to practice muscles, but to adapt to strength. His heart was shocked, and the potential of the human body was developed, which was more terrifying than he thought. Let him be an ordinary person and quickly become a person with such great strength. Even a fitness coach can't do him so horrible. If this potential development technology falls into the hands of foreign countries or terrorists, create a super special force. Thinking, Chen Mo is a cold body. That pharmaceutical formula is definitely not suitable for the market at present. After a simple attempt, Chen Mo began to train according to the records. The hands, legs, and every muscle in the body must be trained as required. Only by comprehensive development can we exert the maximum potential of the human body, which is recorded in the development technology. Not only adapt to strength, but also increase muscle toughness and endurance. The comprehensive training device is fully functional and just meets his requirements. An hour later, Chen Mo left the trainer, went to the sandbag not far away, and began to learn the power to control his fist. In the record of potential development techniques, there are several sets of professional combat techniques, which are used to defend themselves and adapt to strength. Chen Mo understands why Xu Lao suggested choosing human potential development technology instead of other money-making techniques. The body is the capital of revolution. In addition to strengthening the body and improving the body's immunity, those fighting skills can also give him the ability to protect himself in the event of an accident. Otherwise, he will come up with technology from the technology library in the future. It is a pity that some people have an embarrassment and an accident occurs midway. Money is a foreign body, and its own strength is the most important. After training the boxing, Chen Mo seems to be tireless Xiaoqiang and continues to train on the treadmill. 2.5 hours, not long or short, until 9.5, Chen Motsai left the gym and rushed back to school. Science Library Chapter 7, Virus. The people in the dormitory have all gone to class. Chen Mo did not go, because he majored in the course, he has all read and went to the classroom, there is not much use. After taking a shower, Chen Mo went to the counselor's office. The counselor and class teacher is a female teacher. The name is Li Hong. It looks like a medium-sized woman. It is not too beautiful, but it is not a ugly category. The best thing is that the character is mild. Knocking into the office, Chen Mo sat down opposite her. Chen Mo, is the body okay? Li Hong asked. Isn't it time for class now? Are you here? Teacher, I want to apply for exemption, and apply for a night out. Chen Mo said. Are you ready for postgraduate study? No postgraduate research. Chen Mo shook his head, I have learned all the majors in this semester, and the role in the class is not great. No postgraduate study is not exempt, and the internship will start in the second semester. Li Hong said, you will not be a girlfriend, don't want to go to class. When you are in a coma, I have been to the hospital, your girlfriend is good, take care of you for a few days, or I will inform your parents. Chen Mo smiled, this has nothing to do with the girlfriend, and at that time she is not my girlfriend. What does it mean now? Teacher, this is not the point. Chen Mo can't help, the point is that I want to apply for hearing free and overnight. Reason? Li Hong said, the school is very strict with the style of study. If you apply casually, then the other students will draw the gourd as well. This is not enough. I am ready to start a business. Chen Mo can only move one reason. Real entrepreneurship? Li Hong hesitated to look at Chen Mo. This year, under the guise of starting a business, there are many students who do not attend classes. She is a person who comes over. What are you going to do? Internet, software development. Chen Mo said, there is currently preparation, the major course has been completed, I am learning software development, busy, no time to class. If you save people in the library, the college praises you. Yours is no problem. Li Hong said, the teacher will believe you once, go back and write the application form. After leaving the counselor's office, Chen Mo went directly to print 2 application forms, and wrote the application. Please sign the teacher and hand in a Li Hong. Outing and listening free have all been done, Chen Mo took the computer and plunged into the library. He grabbed more than a dozen books on computer programming, software engineering and hacking techniques. He now has only one purpose: www.mtlnovel.com to see 100 books, get the next technology and make money. It is the last word to have money. As time went by, nearly 10 days passed, every day I was reading a computer programming book, and more knowledge of computers in his mind. Computer technology, from the layman, became a master of proficiency. The long struggle, the reward, is not just computer technology. It is getting closer and closer to the goal of completing 100 science and engineering books. During this time, in order to adapt to strength, fitness exercise has become an indispensable thing for him. For the rest of the time, he is accompanying Xiaoyu to the library. In addition to reading, he is practicing computer software programming. In the self-study area of the library, Chen Mo buried his head and turned the book quickly. In his mind, countless words flashed. Not long after, Chen Mo closed the book in his hand, revealing a smile. Successful. 100 books. Chen Mo wants to enter the technology library to choose technology, but now it is a bit inconvenient. Then turned to look at the small fish next to him. Small fish, rest early today, come back tomorrow. It is good. Xiaoyu smiled and nodded, not asking, and took the book and followed Chen Mo returning to the dormitory area. Bid farewell to Chen Mo, Xiaoyu was able to rush back to the dormitory with a brisk pace. Just entering the door, I was stared at by several roommates. The news of her love has spread in the dormitory. In the past 10 days, Chen Matian took her hand and sent her back to the dormitory. She couldn't help a few gossip friends. Small fish, come back so early, don't accompany your boyfriend. Li Ruojuan showed the smile of the gossip. He has something to do, just send me back. Xiaoyu said. Your boyfriend is trying to save you, good character, and self-motivation, all in line with the best mate choice conditions. Wang Xiaolan with glasses looked at his body in the full-length mirror, how can I not be so lucky? You picked up the old-fashioned glasses, changed the pair of refreshing glasses, changed clothes, made a makeup, made a hairstyle, and guaranteed that it would take a few days, and there was a mad bee, Li Roa said. I only care, is the best cabbage in our family, has it been eaten? Zhou Wei, wearing a nightdress and eating snacks, watched Xiaoyu, and his eyes flashed in the eyes. The other 2 women also looked at Xiaoyu and waited for her answer. No. Xiaoyu's face was red, and he walked back to his seat to turn on the computer. A few big roommates made her a bit too much to eat. What are you asking for? Li Ruoxuan said, you little girls. Li Ruoqi grabbed the U-disc, climbed down from the bed, and ran to the back of the small fisherman to hug her. Li Ruoqi's move made her have a bad feeling. Small fish, will you be happy in the future? Li Ruoxuan smirked, I have collected an action movie in the U-disc, let you open your eyes and learn some skills first. Puff. When Li Ruoxuan's words came out, the three women almost vomited blood and died. Li Ruoxuan, you are a gangster, don't teach bad fishing. Zhou Wei immediately suspended the TV series and ran to the small fisherman and grabbed her. Let her go, let me come. Teach the bad fishing, everyone is responsible. Wang Xiaolan also put on his pajamas and ran to the small fisherman. Don't. Xiao Yu was held in the arms of Zhou Wei and Wang Xiaolan, and the computer was also controlled by Li Ruoxi. Copying, it will be there soon. Is there a virus? Asked Wang Xiaolan. Impossible. Li Ruoxuan said, this is my U-disc. I have seen the action movie once I put it in. Little fish, don't worry, my sister will show you something good-looking. Don't you look at it? Thinking of what might happen next, Xiao Yu is blushing like blood. This group of friends is a bit pitted, but can't escape the claws. Everyone is an adult, learn these skills and make sure you are happy in the future. Li Ruoxuan said with deep meaning. Can you learn later? Xiao Yu wants to get rid of the claws, but he is caught by two women and can only sit in the seat. It will be the same sooner or later. It just happens to have time today. I didn't ask you to give it to him now. The man now, look at it, think about it. It is best to give it to him after he gets married. Li Ruoxu smirked evilly, your computer has point card, fast. After 1 minute, the copy is completed, and Li Ruoxuan directly clicks on the video to play. Begin, you two catch the little fish, don't let her run, bring the headphones to her. Don't let go. Xiao Yu's face is almost bleeding. What is this FBI? It's all in English, will it be a virus? Zhou Wei stayed blind. It should be a movie description. I am going in, kitty, don't worry. Li Ruoxi smiled and grabbed the mouse and clicked. Oh. What? The sound just fell, and then the dormitory was dead. When Li Ruoxuan looked at the computer screen, Wang Xiaolan and Zhou Wei were also unbelievable. I found that the headphones didn't move, the three didn't talk, and the small fishing eyes closed their eyes slowly, and they saw the computer screen and looked at them. Is this a virus? Science Library Chapter 8, Help. The small fishing computer screen has turned dark black. The picture is a black iron gate, a huge iron lock, giving a heavy mystery. Above the gate, it is a countdown to blood red. Here is a hint of Chinese. After seeing the contents of the Chinese prompt, the four women's faces were a glimpse. It seems like a virus. Zhou Wei said with a dull saying, it's similar to the last ransomware, and the tips are similar. Restart, try rebooting. Li Ruoxi hurriedly restarted the computer. After half a minute, the computer turns on again, still the same picture, and can't enter the computer desktop at all. Not a virus for action movies? Asked Wang Xiaolan. All three women looked at Li Ruoxi. Impossible, I have seen it, it is impossible to carry a virus. Li Ruoxi smiled, she is now somewhat uncertain. My friend has a friend of the school, I send a circle of friends for help. Zhou Wei reacted. I check what virus this virus is. Wang Xiaolan did not hesitate. Xiao Yu and Li Ruoxuan looked at each other and looked at each other. I try to open the movie with my computer. Li Ruoxi walked back to his seat, turned on the computer, plugged in a U-disc, and began to copy the movie. Found it. When Li Ruoxuan just turned on the computer, Wang Xiaolan's voice rang. The three women hurried around. Ransom virus variant, capital time, 6:30 in the afternoon, found the first case in Europe. At present, it has infected more than 80,000 computers, about 7 o'clock, and broke out in North America. According to incomplete statistics, North American infected computers exceed 50,000 units, the number is still increasing. The virus spreads through email attachments, phishing websites, etc., and quickly infects regional networks. I have news here too. Zhou Wei put the mobile phone circle of friends in front of a few people. In our school, many people are infected with computer viruses. You see, the newly updated circle of friends is this. It is said that landing on the campus network will change. This is the case. Bye. Li Ruo hurriedly ran back to his position, unplugged the computer's network cable, and had a lingering fear. Fortunately, she did not have time to land on the campus network, or she suffered. The three women reacted and looked at Zhou Wei. Look around your eyes and look at your own computer. The picture is like a picture of a small fish computer, turning into a mysterious iron gate. I seem to be poisoned too. Zhou Wei said dumbly, yeah. The virus, how to do? Reaction, Zhou Hao jumped up and ran back to the computer on a random press. What should I do? I have not finished watching the TV series. The three women looked at the forehead and looked at Zhou Wei's squat and jumped. The girl's nerves reflected slowly and half-beat, and she was still concerned about the TV series. Like the last ransomware, this time it was not a lock file, but a lock on the computer, and the computer system was locked. The purpose of the hacker was to ask for money. Bitcoin transactions, in a week, remittance in Bitcoin, otherwise destroy all files on your computer's hard drive. When Li Ruoxi looked at the prompt on the computer screen, his face was relieved. Fortunately, it was not caused by her little movie, or she was killed inside. In my computer, I have a review information from my accountant, what should I do? Xiao Yu asked anxiously. In the circle of friends, the students of the school said that the only way to reinstall the system before there is no antivirus method. In the next moment, Xiao Yufu showed Chen Mo's confident figure and took out his mobile phone to contact him. Just want to make a call, I saw three faces with smirk and attached my ears. At this time, Chen Mo was on the way back to renting a house. The pace was a little short, and he couldn't wait to get back to renting a house. Suddenly, the phone ring of the pocket rings. Small phishing. Seeing the call from Xiaoyu, Chen Mo showed a smile and immediately connected. Small fish. Chen Mo. Xiaoyu shouted with a red face, because at this time, there were three female squids listening to her. I missed me. Chen Mo smiled. Li Ruojuan and three women immediately pouted and their eyes bent into crescents. Xiaoyu did not dare to answer directly, his face was red. I have a virus on my computer. Chinese virus? Chen Mo's footsteps, what happened? This is a variant of the ransomware. Xiaoyu told the virus about the virus, 1510. During this time, she saw Chen Mo watching computer programming and hacking technology every day, so she had a feeling that maybe Chen Mo would have a solution. I am going to find you now, you give me the computer, I will help you. After Chen Mo hangs up the phone, he rushes back to the dormitory area and uses his mobile phone to view news about the ransomware variant. Just open the browser's news headlines, do not have to find, blackmail virus news, has been topped. Chen Mo did not hesitate to point in the female dormitory, after the small phishing hang up the phone, the three women laughed. Little cat, miss me? Silent, the virus is on the computer, you are coming over. I am going to find you now, Moi. Wang Xiaolan and Zhou Wei learned the conversation between the two in a very awkward tone. I laughed in the dormitory, causing Xiao Yu's face to be blushing. Oh, it's just right. Li Ruoxuan stopped laughing, would you like to give the computer to him? Otherwise, asked Xiao Yu. You forgot, on the computer desktop, but there are action movies, in case he really untied, point to open, ah. Xiao Yu thought about the picture, his face was red, and he was nervous. If so, she couldn't wash her yellow river. Do you want to give me to him? Zhou Wei said. I will give him both, I believe he will not look at it. Xiao Yu hesitated and said, if you accidentally open it, explain it to him at that time. Not long after, Chen Mo went back to the dormitory. Xiao Yu, plus 3 roommates, have already waited downstairs. They all want to see, this is the sacred pig that arched the best cabbage in their dormitory. She is Wang Xiaolan, she is Zhou Wei, if you know. Hello. Chen Mo politely greeted the three. Hello there. The 3 women and Chen Mo made a greeting, Wang Xiaolan and Zhou Wei looked at his eyes a little dazed. Chen Mo is not a big guy, but self-confidence, calm temperament, fascination, how many people do not have this temperament? At this moment, they all have a little envy. Xiao Yu will hand over 2 computers to Chen Mo, this is mice. This one is awkward. The information of my accountant is in it. If I can recover it, I can recover it. I can't recover it. Even if I can, I will reinstall a system. Complete recovery, there are rewards. Li Ruoxi smiled, I will tell you the last information. Don't listen to her. Xiao Yu immediately stopped Li Ruoxi and worried that she would be betrayed again. I am watching the blackmail virus. Chen Mo said, I try my best to get it for you as soon as possible. After taking over the computer of Xiao Yu, Chen Mo looked at the three women. Xiao Yu is in trouble in the dormitory, you have to take care of her. Please feel free to contact me. Yes, let's go first, you continue to whisper. Li Ruoxi took the two women back to the dormitory, leaving Xiao Yu and Chen Mo. Is there a reward? Chen Mo smiled and smiled at Xiao Yu. Just now Li Ruoxi and others were there. He didn't open his mouth. Don't worry now. When you fix it, let's talk. Xiao Yu lost the next sentence and hurried back to the dormitory. Chen Mo returned to the rental house with two computers. The computer screen was still a black iron door and a huge iron lock, which looked mysterious. After thinking about it, Chen Mo lay back on the bed and entered the technology library. Science Library Chapter 9, Eternal Heart, New Book, Seeking Collection, Seeking Recommendation. Still 100 meters high bookshelves stand out, cannot see the end. Only in this kind of scene will you feel that knowledge is endless. Chen Mo went to the desk and opened the dark red book. Xu Lao's figure instantly appeared in the library. Xu Lao looked at Chen Mo and nodded slightly. It's still hard work, so I've read 100 books so quickly. Now you have the opportunity to extract the technology, do you want to extract now? Xu Lao, I want to ask, is there any computer antivirus software here, can you kill the ransomware? Chen Mo asked. If he studies, he will certainly be able to research antivirus software, but the time is too long, he has that energy, it is better to use these time to read books, in exchange for technology. Which kind of ransomware? Xu Old asked. It's outside, on the two computers on my desk. Chen Mo said. Xu Old closed his eyes, after a while, a little finger. In the sky above the science library, drop a huge light curtain. On the light curtain, it is the lock screen of the ransomware virus. Is this the case? Xu asked. Yes. Checking this kind of computer virus is very simple, you can solve it. Xu Lao said, now give you two choices, one is that you are free to choose an antivirus software technology, and the other is that I will give you the virus code, you yourself designing antivirus programs. As a cost of trading virus code, you are free to choose the right to technology and change to random selection. Xu Lao, are you testing me? You can think so. Xu Lao said, I said at the beginning, the science and technology library, is not for you to sit on the mountain, or there can be so many books. Xu Lao pointed to the bookshelf that could not be expected. Then the second one. Chen Mo said. After reading nearly 100 books on computer technology and hacking techniques, plus the source code of the ransomware virus, he believes that he can design antivirus programs without taking too long. It's just that this random selection technique is a bit mysterious. He doesn't have anything at all. If he randomly gives him the technology he doesn't use or the technology that is very tasteless, then he can only wait for the next time. It is time to rely on luck. Not bad. Xu Lao nodded, his finger to the light curtain, a dense code, listed above. Then the light curtain shrank and became a book that fell into the hands of Xu, and he was pressed by Chen Mo's head. The dense code is engraved in Chen Mo's mind, and the root of the blackmail virus is also clear in Chen Mo's mind. Various ideas are intertwined in my mind. When you design the program to kill the virus, come over and choose the technology, maybe there will be unexpected gains at that time. Xu Lao said with deep meaning. After withdrawing from the technology library, Chen Mo sat back in front of the computer. With the source code of the virus, the next thing becomes much simpler. He now has an idea, but this idea has yet to be verified by the program. When I turn on the computer, Chen Mo starts to type the code. The incident of ransomware attack at Binhai University was quickly transmitted to the internet. In this information age, events spread throughout the country in the shortest possible time. The appearance of this news seems to blow the horn of the attack. The major universities in China have also been reported to be attacked by blackmail. The colleges and universities that were attacked, the circle of friends and the forum were mourning. The virus is called Eternal Heart and is a variant of the blackmail virus Eternal Blue. Same as last time, mainly through email attachments, phishing URLs, downloading URLs, users downloading virus files on malicious sites, and spreading web pages. The difference is that if it is opened, the virus will infect the regional network of the computer, and then spread throughout the region, and the ability to spread is greatly enhanced. The last time the ransomware appeared, it was just the lock file, the lock video and the hard drive data. This time, the entire computer system was directly locked, and it was impossible to log into the desktop of the computer. The main scope of the domestic ransomware variant Eternal Heart attack is still major universities and companies. Spread through the university's regional network and corporate network. Many colleges and universities have closed the campus network to avoid the campus network being infected with the Eternal Heart. The virus is still spreading and can't stop it. More and more computer viruses have appeared, and the internet is hot, and there is concern about coexistence. The internet has also become cautious, and I dare not just click on some URLs and unknown software. This time is a variant of the ransomware virus. It is better than the last time. The loopholes have been patched up, and the speed of transmission is much faster than last time. In a short period of time, it has spread. After the last blackmail virus crisis, another computer virus crisis swept the world. All news media put the blackmail virus on the front page. Huaxia has closed virtual currency trading. What is the computer virus? The blue variety of eternity, the Eternal Heart, has infected nearly 1 million computers. The price of Bitcoin continued to rise due to the influence of the Eternal Heart. On the internet, various reports were overwhelming, and in Europe, the first discovery of the Eternal Heart of the new ransom virus variant, Europe was almost affected. The whole of Europe is bleak. The main scope of this attack is stock trading centers, banks, government departments, universities, energy companies, subway systems, corporate companies, supermarkets, etc. The European Stock Exchange was forced to stop, causing the stock market to be in chaos. There are also many banks whose computers are attacked, ATM machines cannot withdraw money, and banks cannot conduct business normally. The UK's national healthcare system has once again suffered, and the computer systems of all its hospitals have been infected, resulting in the inability of some rescue and ambulances to be dispatched. In just one day, Eternal Heart has spread to the Middle East, South America, Oceania and Southeast Asia. With the spread of the Eternal Heart, the extortion virus officially evolved into a global viral crisis. This ransomware variant is several times more horrible than the last viral crisis. Worldwide, millions of computers have been infected with viruses and locked. If you reinstall the system, all the data in the computer will be lost. Many people's important information is still in the computer, certainly cannot reinstall the system, and is still waiting for a solution. Affected by the Eternal Heart, Microsoft stock plunged 2% and its market value evaporated by nearly $11 billion. The U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation has also filed a case for hacking organizations that produce variants of ransomware on a global scale. Finding the source of the Eternal Heart spread, they soon discovered that this was the result of careful planning by senior hackers several months in advance, and it is still impossible to check. Many network security companies also issued warnings for the first time to remind users not to open problematic emails. Various measures and various reports are overwhelming. 5 days have passed, and Eternal Heart has infected more than 1 million computers. Many network security companies can only give precautionary advice, but there is no real antivirus software that can kill the ransomware. The first batch of infected computers was left in a few days. If it is not possible to find a way to kill the virus within 2 days, all the data in the computer will be destroyed. Many people have been desperate, and they have started paying hackers virtual currency such as Bitcoin and getting a key to unlock the computer. Since the last blackmail virus outbreak, people have seen regulatory loopholes in virtual currency such as Bitcoin, providing a way for money laundering, transfer of funds, tax evasion and other crimes. After the first virus crisis, China's market regulators gradually closed the trading platform of virtual currency. This virus crisis has made it impossible for domestically infected computers to make up redemption. Some people can only pray at the last moment, the way to kill the virus, otherwise all the important information in their computer will be lost. Science Library Chapter 10, Unlucky. In the library, Chen Mo's finger hit the keyboard and his face showed a relaxed smile. After 5 days of hard work, he failed 3 times. Finally, he was cheeky and asked Xu Lao to ask some questions. Xu Lao asked him questions and did not hesitate to explain to him. Under the slight guidance of Xu Lao, Chen Mo quickly found the key points and knew that the antivirus program was perfected now. The Eternal Heart has erupted for 5 days and was finally completed today. Chen Mo can't wait to put the antivirus program into the U-disk and insert it into the small fishing computer. Still the mysterious iron gate and big lock, there is still 40 hours of countdown. After 40 hours, if you do not unlock, the information in the computer will be destroyed. When I saw the flashing light of the U-disk flashing, Chen Mo knocked on the keyboard a few times. Retrieving virus, completed, 1%. A hint jumped out of the screen to make Chen Mo happy. After 2 minutes, after the value jumps to 100%, the computer screen lights up and the familiar Windows desktop is restored. Everyone does not know that in the library of Binhai University, Chen Mo has solved the ransomware that threatens the world. A little bit of a card. Chen Mo uses the mouse to refresh it on the desktop. However, I think that Xiao Yu is not proficient in the computer, and everything is placed in the C drive, and the computer card is normal. However, Xiao Yu's computer desktop is very neat. Really a little card, go back and ask for advice from Xiao Yu, help her manage the computer. Chen Mo thought, the mouse clicked on the desktop a few times, but the mouse stopped stuck in a video, there was no movement at all. Ah, a library. Sudden screams, resounding through the library's self-study area, the source of the sound is the computer in front of Chen Mo's eyes. Chen Mo's eyes were round and horrified. When he saw the picture of the computer screen, he almost blew a blood out. The entire self-study area looked at him with a stunned look. Some girls' faces are red, and looking at Chen Mo's eyes is extremely weird. Without saying anything, Chen Mo hastened to cover the computer screen and his face is red. This buddy is so eager to come to the library to see the action film of the island. My grandmother didn't help, I took him. Old Iron 666. Ha ha ha. Many people in the study area held their laughter, their face flushed, and finally they got a stomachache and laughed on the table. The laughter of the entire self-study area, all sorts of weird eyes, Chen Mo almost did not hit his head on the table. This time, the shame was lost, and he couldn't think of dreams. On the computer desktop of Xiao Yu, there was actually such a movie. I can't stay here. Chen Mo rushed to install 2 computers back to the backpack and got up and left. Just out of the library, just a small fishing out of the library. He did not say anything, grabbed the hand of Xiao Yu, and quickly left. What happened? Asked Xiao Yu. Let's wait. Chen Moyan wanted to laugh at himself. He didn't expect to kill a poison. There is such a thing. This is the most embarrassing thing he has encountered. The 2 came to the pavilion resting on the lake, and Chen Motsai stopped. The computer virus has been killed. Chen Mo took out the computer, and smiled and handed it to Xiao Yu. Xiao Yu hesitated, opened the computer. Ah. The screams and wheezing came out in the computer. Before I saw the picture, I let the little fish face suddenly turn red. From the root of the ear to the neck, I almost threw the computer in my hand. Hurry to cover the computer, Xiao Yu red face, do not dare to see Chen Mo. The most worrying thing is still happening. The movie, that night, if you yell at them. After hesitating for a while, Xiao Yu told Chen Mo about the whole movie. She knows that Chen Mo has already discovered it and must explain it. Otherwise, she is too shy to lift her head in front of Chen Mo. You didn't look at it, but you have suffered. Hearing Xiao Yu's explanation, Chen Mo's face stunned. You watched? Is it okay? Xiao Yu asked with a red face. For the first time, she said such an explicit topic in front of the opposite sex, although the person in front of her eyes is her own boyfriend. I was in the library study area just now, the computer was stuck. I accidentally opened it. The sound is still so big. The people in the self-study area have heard that many people have already laughed and hurt. Ha ha ha. Xiao Yu smiled, disregarding the image, and the kind of picture, the brain filled it, it felt funny. You still laugh, I lost a lot, how can I compensate me? Xiao Yu held back his smile and looked at Chen Mo with a blush, biting his lip, and kissed him close to his face and quickly retracted. Chen Mo's mood is refreshing, all depressed, and disappears instantly. Come on again. Chen Mo pointed at his face with a chuckle. Don't make trouble. Xiao Yu blushes and slaps Chen Mo. This is the first time she has taken the initiative to kiss a different sex. The kind of thing happened in the library just now, the computer didn't shut down, just closed, the movie was still playing, and there was sound when I opened the lid. Chen Mo knocked on Xiao Yu's computer with a bad taste. If you want to see it, just open the lid, but remember to wear headphones, or you will be hurt again. Xiao Yu's face turned red in an instant, and the computer was thrown back to Chen Mo. Help me delete it. Can delete, can come again. Chen Mo smiled. You delete it and say it. Chen Mo took the notebook and opened the computer screen directly. The voice of ecstasy came out from the computer again. Fortunately, there is no one here, otherwise it will make trouble. Xiao Yu's face is not too long, and his face is red. I am worried that you are being ruined in the dormitory. Chen Mo closed the video and deleted it before returning the computer to Xiao Yu. Thank you. Xiao Yu took over the computer and saw that the documents were all complete, and he was relieved. Come on, actual action. After Zhou Wei's computer also killed the virus and helped the small fisherman to sort out the computer, he sent the Xiao Yu back to the dormitory. After returning to renting a house, Chen Mo put things in and entered the technology library. At the beginning, Xu Lao said, as long as the killing program is made, you can go in and randomly select a technology, and the program is now complete. Enter the book that opens the dark red, and Xu Lao appears again. Finished. Finished. Yes, faster than I thought, now I want to randomly pick a technology. Xu asked. Yes. Chen Mo nodded. The purpose of his coming in was for this. Let's get started. Xu Lao is a little bit free, in the sky above the library, drop a circle of light curtains, shrouded the central area. On the light curtain, it is dense, and the books arranged like tiles begin to rotate. Seeing so many books' crazy rotation, Chen Mo has a heart stunned and stares at it. Rotating to the end, only the only book left in midair, slowly falling into the hands of Xu Lao. Ultra-thin sanitary cotton production process. Seeing the book in the hands of Xu Lao, Chen Mo's face turned red and almost burst out of blood. At this point he wanted to cry, then did not expect to choose such a technology. Sure enough, random selection is a pit. I have had a joke in the library today. This time again, is it so bad today? Xu Lao saw the thoughts in Chen Mo's heart at a glance. Congratulations, ha ha ha. After seeing the book, Xu Lao smiled. Hearing the laughter of Xu Lao, Chen Mo is like an eggplant that is frosted, and the whole person is not good. Thousands of technologies, how to choose this? Even if you choose one that you can't use for a while, you can do it. Chen Mo squinted and wanted to cry without tears. Xu Lao, can you change one? No. Xu Old shook his head, don't. Yes, why not? Chen Mo immediately jumped up, don't want to be white, even if he didn't use it, he could make money by selling this information and selling it to a company that specializes in production. After giving the technology to Chen Mo, Xu Lao Kai once again said, remember what I said last time? Designing a killing program and then looking for me, there will be unexpected gains. Remember. Chen Mo immediately got up and said, is there any unexpected technology?